Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. It is Sunday, May the 26th, the year 2019. Let's talk trading, weekly open and gap. It's Memorial Day weekend. They ran the Indy 500, the World 600, Formula One Grand Prix. So I hope if you're a racing fan, I hope you enjoyed the festivities. And we're coming into the last week of the month. So, for those of you who haven't been using money and risk management on your trades, you know what? There's no time like the present to start. So, for the rest of this week, rest of this month, I want you to have stellar money and risk management. Okay, here we go. We've got a few gaps that haven't filled as of yet. 1, 2, 3, 4 gaps. So, pound dollar and the beast, the pound yen. So I want you to keep an eye open for those. That is, if you want to. You know, some people don't trade the weekly gap and others do, but it is profitable. And I think I showed you those stats at the end of the last week. Now notice we opened below the previous day's midpoint, but we shot up and right through it. So we're still down for the month and down for the year, but so far we're starting the week off green. And you can see here we're putting in that opening range here, first day of the week. And I'm working on a little program to let us know what how many times the week closes above, below, or actually how many times the week actually breaks out of this opening range to the upside, to the downside. And I think I'll have to add how many times it closes above and below. So far, we're below all the opening days over the last 12 months. And we're still below all the opening day ranges for the last 12 months. But it looks like maybe the euro yen is going to try and get back up there. Now, for those of you inside bar traders, in fact, I had a trader inquire about these inside bar trades. Basically, you're looking for a breakout. It's a simple horizontal line cross right here, 122.81. We want to trigger long on the euro yen. 122.41 will trigger short. And this is just breaking out of this inside bar, because you see price was below the high of this day was below this high, so we had a lower high and we had a higher low. So we had a squeeze, so we're thinking there's going to be some price expansion. So you can look at this inside bar and you see what happened, and you can look at this inside bar and see what happened. And let's see, we have the CAD Swiss franc inside bar, Euro CAD. You can see these ones in a gray. These are opportunities here for you to take some inside bar trades. So the dashboard is just alerting you to the possible opportunities. But as far as the trade, it's not hard. You once again use your money management. If you want to use a break below, like if you were going long, where do you put your stop? Well, if you want to adjust you can say, well, if it gets down to here, I'll stop out. So then you adjust your position size to match your risk. Otherwise, if you have a set lot size, then you know where your stop loss is based on your risk. So there's really no set way or set place to put a stop loss on this trade. You could either put it here, you could put it below the daily open since the candle's going the other way. You choose, just use the money and risk management. And it's just that simple. It's a set and forget trade in a way. You could put a buy stop here and a sell stop there. When price triggers, then you're in the trade. You've already got your stop. Where do you take profit? Good question. You can look to see, does it break out of these wicks, or does it come out and come back through? So if price wound up here, I'd put the stop right here, because if it's coming out or here, you don't want to give back too much, but you want to give it some room to breathe. And you can always look at midpoints too as possible places to place a stop. Range, it's Memorial Day weekend here, so there's just not much happening. Tomorrow's a holiday, so banks will be closed. So I'm not looking for these ranges to get too crazy. And then you can see we put in a weekly H1 highest open here. Here's a daily H1 lowest open here. Monthly D1 lowest open right here. So that's what we're looking at as far as the euro yen today. Okay, you see the pivot point was once again between the buy zone and sell zone. So there was no real bias, but just taking a buy zone trade here looks like it would have already paid off. And you had another opportunity here, and stops really weren't threatened or above that weekly open, the daily open being the weekly open right now. You can see 24, 25 pip range, no rat at the moment. We've already, we took out that pivot point. So you can see here up and through it. Maybe we can get the 123, collect this pivot point here. Horizontal lines here every 10 pips. Well, we got a one ball here, Larry live trade going short right there. As far as the wick zones, you can see we've got some huge wick zones, but already in and out, in and out. Now we're back in. So we're looking to break out at the 122.81 to the upside. And using the previous day's open, you can see action at the line. Right there, it almost touched, but didn't. And once again, the day is slow. Not too much movement happening at the time. And once again, you can see just how slow the day is. Once again, showing the buy zone, the weekly buy zone, which is the same as today's buy zone. The gap fill chart you can see here from the olden days. Here we've got the Tokyo Open and the Australian Open, which is the same as the weekly open today. So you can see we haven't put in the London, my time, or the New York yet. And the range, 25 pips. As you can see here, we already hit the open plus the ATR, half of the ATR right here. And you can see where the daily ATR and then the weekly. And so we already looked at that one. Looked at that one. So I'm trying to think, were there any other questions? I can't think anybody asked me any other questions. Let me know if I haven't answered any of your questions so far. I know some traders, they're always looking for something new, and that's one of the reasons why they're not consistent. You need to focus on consistency. Find something that works and just keep using it over and over and over again till it doesn't work. I mean, horizontal line trades are so simple, but oh, what was it? I got something in the mail. What was it? The WA. Oh, they're selling this new indicator that is going to make all this money. And it was funny. I was reading the story. I guess this guy worked with some big shot and some other smart guy, and they developed it, and then they fired the programmers, and so now these guys kind of redeveloped it on their own. It's like it's a compelling story. I mean, these some of these copywriters is just really funny. They know how to push buttons, how to get you to click buy and send your money. It is just it's hilarious. At least I find it hilarious. I mean that and the wolf wave and what else do they have? Oh, the divergence dashboard. I mean, I wrote divergence. I mean, over a decade ago, I put those indicators out there if you want to do divergence. I mean, it's even part of the dashboard, but you just have to find what works for you. But I just find it how these guys and like on YouTube, some of these guys have, 10 times the followers that I do. And it's like I watch this stuff and I'm just amazed how these people get so enamored with squiggly lines and geographic, things on the chart and all this so-called pattern recognition. But, they never show any statistics. They talk about back testing, but anybody can curve fit. I mean, that's not hard. It's just real. It just really amazes me. But I mean, all you have to do is just look at this, and you can see the time. The gap percentage that these gaps filled. I mean, these are some really nice trades. I mean, the average gap. I mean, is that anything to write home about? To some people, oh no, they want to make hundreds of pips. Like that new WA indicator. But the reality check is, do you really think it's going to work for you the way it's advertised? I mean, it's just like here, my videos are for educational purposes only, and your results may differ from mine. But over the long haul, this is what you're going to see on those gaps. I mean, we see it every week how often these things fill. So I guess if there's something you want me to look at or show something new or different, or you want me to repeat something, let me know. I haven't decided what I'm going to talk about for the next month, but we can figure out something. So we've got the rest of May. We've got basically 4 good trading days because it's a holiday today, and I hope everybody had a fun and safe holiday. So I guess I will see you tomorrow morning, but it's probably going to be little to no action, but you never know. Sometimes when US takes a holiday, the guys around the world say, hey, it's time for us to really mess things up. So just remember, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So let's drain the banks for the rest of the month.